Alrighty, PG-13. This is G.I. Joe 2003. And for this year, the amount of O-ring figures is 28 plus 10 more convention ones. So again, it's hard to count the convention ones because you don't know if you'll ever come across them. But we count them, so it's 38 if you'll ever come across them, as well as exclusives. You never know. So for this year, the ones I have 12. And this is Ace, but I told you what we did already with his head in the previous video, because the Ace that they have here, and he's carried over from the year before, as well as the dial tone. And we'll just show you again. This Ace has a really crappy face. I think that's a magnet. And again, the dial tone is carried over for this year as well. So he's there. So we got dial tone, Ace, carried over into this year. But I guess you have to get 2 of them if you want to count them. And obviously, so this Snake Eyes here is awesome looking, and he is like a bluer, not black. He's like the blue. And then we have Jinx. Now the weapons are not as good as the original weapons from '87. And then we have Stalker. Oh yes, that is Stalker. Again, his face sculpt kind of looks strange. I don't know. Doesn't look as good as the original. Yeah, I don't know. I do like this Stalker, but it's like some of the other figures too. It's like their head sculpts, they just screw around with them. Leave the original Flint's head sculpt. Leave the original Stalker's head sculpt. Like, those are good head sculpts. Why would you screw them over? Same with Leatherneck. Anyways, then we got Dial Tone. His head sculpt seems to stay the same all the time. Now we have another version of Big Ben, and it looks like they I don't like his chest piece, because this looks like was it General Hawk's chest piece. So again, they used it for this version of Big Ben, and we can even show you. Oh, just quickly show you. See, exactly the same chest piece, because they got that flat back. So anyways, and then there is a few more Vipers, and there is 3 Vipers for this year, but I only have 2 out of them, because there is this one here, but then there's another one, and it's all blue, and we'll quickly show you here. That one is green. So again, you really have to pay attention to the detail, because it's got a red chest, but he's blue. As you can see here, red chest, but he's blue. This one is a duller color, so it's not hard to see. And then, now the Python Patrol, there is quite a few there, but I have Lampreys, and I have Saw. I don't know, the Saw Viper looks kind of strange. His legs are too tall, too thin, you know, too plain. And we also have Major Blood. Bloody Major. Major Blood. And again, that's a, you know, if anybody knows like Flash Gordon, there was a Flash Gordon movie, Flash Gordon. This kind of reminds me of that type of helmet they would have, Flash Gordon. Flash, doom, 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 doom. Flash. Now I think this Alley Viper's an O-ring. So again, it's hard to tell. There's that Alley Viper I don't have. He is a deeper blue. Deeper blue. And again, we showed you that Viper there. So we're just going to quickly try to go through some of these figures that I don't have for that year. just so we can have a look at the figures. So obviously we have Big Ben, and there's two Vipers there. You can see. Now I don't have this Crimson Immortal Guard. Dalton we do have, he's a carryover from the other year. That's not an O-ring. You can tell by the arms. Then there's Mirage. Those ones are O-rings. This one is an O-ring. You got Snow Job. Now they did call him Blizzard for one of the years, so I'm not sure exactly which year they did. And again, this is a really crappy version of Ace. And let's see what else we got here. Now for the Tiger Force, I don't have this one. And we can even click on this one just to make sure. And his name is Wreckage. See, I was not familiar with him. He almost looks like, you guessed it, Firefly. Because then they have obviously Stalker, Dalton, Brawler, and we have Jinx, which we have there. Then there's the exclusives. They have a Heat Viper. I don't have that one. And this would be a Laser Viper. Laser, I have the original version. And obviously Lamprey and Major Blood. And this is a Rock Viper. So I don't have that one. And then we have this. Saw Viper. And there is these Bat exclusives. Now these do look like O-rings because you can tell by the joints. So there's a few Bats exclusives. This one, and there's this guy. Ooh. I think this guy is one of the characters in the movie. Yeah, Overkill, that's it. Because he's not just the Bats, but the other two are Bats. So we gotta make sure we know what it is. Then there is, what? Mail Away exclusives. There's, again, Scarlet. That's just the worst head sculpt. And there is another Snake Eyes. Hopefully that's coming in clear in the video. And there's this version of Snake Eyes that we do have. And I think he did come with the Coyote. And well, these are not O-rings, so we don't care about those. And then there is the convention exclusives. I think this one's Overkill. We'll just take a quick look. Oh, he's not. He's called Air Viper. Wow. So we got Air Viper. And there's another ninja here. Is that Scorpion? No, it is a Black Dragon. So I'm not familiar with these ones. These are cool. Well, this is a Demon Tank Driver, Ferret. And did they... Oh, Black Dragon Trooper. Oh. So I guess they changed the names. This is obviously Cobra Commander. Firefly. This is another Firefly. We'll click on just to make sure it's Firefly. Yeah, it's another Firefly. Alright. So it's really hard... Oh, really hard to come across. Now this is a Russian. I forget what the... Volga, was it? No, that's Lady J. This look like a Russian. You're in Russian outfit. Das. So that is another Lady J. I never knew that one existed. And this must be Lieutenant Falcon. Is this Lieutenant Falcon? Oh, wow. See, it is. And there's a version 3 of him. I never knew that. And, well, then we have this guy here. This guy looks interesting. Swamp Viper. Oh. Cool looking mask. Now, this was the Russian, I think. Because they did have some Russians for that year. No, that's Major Storm. It still looks like a Russian. Who designed this? Anyways. So, that's all there is for the figures there. And I believe it is 38. You can go through and see if there's any more extras for that year that I've missed. Then please let me know. But we do have all these awesome figures. And Python Patrol was in 1988, I believe, the original. So it is nice that there is, it was an 8-pack, I think it is. with the Python Patrol, or is it a 6-pack? 2, 4, 6. It's a 6-pack, and the other one is a 5-pack. So they are hard to find, and they are expensive. But now, we didn't really have a really cool look at this Conquest last video, and I have showed you in the other videos. And again, it's got twin guns here. Now it does have batteries, but my batteries have died because it does have a cool cannon, and the sounds are actually nice, so it's kind of neat. And it has 5 missiles, if you can see that. And well, it looks nice. See, it even has a little thing there. Look at that. And the wheels actually have, I think, a little bit of rubber on them. So it's kind of nice. This is a beautifully made Conquest. Do 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 do. Yo, Joe. Now there is an experimental jet that looks like this as well. I think the Russians also have something like that, or China. Well, that's another thing. China is amping up its, how you say, everywhere. China's smart. They've bought into South America. They've bought into the space programs. China might even eclipse the States there with all their space stuff that they got going on. So you gotta really see. I mean, if China was turned into a democracy, then it actually would have been a way better country. I mean, China, they could actually, if they were smart, they would have said, okay, we're gonna have they turn themselves into their royals, and then they could just have their democracy, but they always have their royals have their power and stay in power, and then they could have a democracy. But they want to stay and keep communism. I mean, kind of a no-brainer, but China's pretty stupid. Just stay with communism. You could stay in power forever and just make yourself a royal. And then or the emperor, Chinese emperor. And then you could, still have you can still have a democracy, but you could also have your emperor have the final say in your democracy and approve all the big projects. And they have some pretty advanced construction there. But again, if China wants to challenge the West, well, we have way more advanced weapons than you'll ever dream. And you can't dream as much as the West. Because why? Communists don't approve of that sort of thing. So anyways, communists will never become more advanced because they don't have that kind of creativity. That comes from a free society and comes from the West. And right now, if I was so inclined to give the Pentagon a call and give them some advanced force field jets, oh yes, there's a way to do it. So anyways, that would be the 12th generation of the American fighters. Yeah, you're gonna get eclipsed. So we could just fly our jets right into China, unopposed, and you can just fire and waste, and the force field will protect it. Force field technology is real. I know how it works. Alrighty. Anyways, I love advanced weapons, and I love imagination, and having these toys brings for a great deal of imagination as well as fun and collecting. And it is awesome. I do love to build customs, and I will be when I get a chance. Alright, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, share the videos with others, and China's not to be trusted because they will try to attack us. It is a given. Alrighty.